up. If you're able to keep it cool, like you get crazy performance out of stuff. And it's addicting as hell.
Yeah, it is. I know Brian loves computers, so I can't believe he hasn't chimed in here. Maybe I'll chime in after this. He could talk about his love of computers. But when I edit the videos, believe it or not, I do it from a laptop, and I just remote connect to the gaming PC. And even that, believe it or not, works. I mean, the laptop doesn't have a high-end GPU in it, but I'm able to edit those 4K 60 frame per second videos from the laptop most of the time. So I just do it from my laptop. I can do it from upstairs, and then when I'm rendering it, I just I let it go render and then disconnect and then continue using the laptop. I haven't run into any real laggy issues on the video. Now, like the video I just sent to Perry, I mean, I just did like the basic. I cut out all the slow parts. I didn't really do a lot of fancy things. So it's basically the video. But sometimes I'll go in there, I'll slow things down, back things up, add a few graphics. But yeah, I'm surprised at how well that works, even at 4K. Anyway, and then I don't know, Brian, where'd you go? What did you think of that picture I sent you?
That's a big signal. I sent it to Perry and Billy.
Yeah, he was splattering all over the group that was below him.
Well, were they saying something about it?
Yeah, I believe it got pretty tense. It was a foreign station, and it got pretty heated towards Americans.
Ooh, that's horrible. Ooh.
Isn't that massive?
Ooh. And he doesn't look. You can see the red part is his audio bandwidth, and everything else there is just splatter. Oh my god! Like I don't even know how you would like get something that splattery. What the hell? He's running like he's running 24 peel Fat Boy or something. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yo, look at that.
That's god awful, isn't it? That's hard to do.
Hey, that's literally, I mean, over 25 kcs.
Yeah, I mean, look at the poor guys down there at 14,175.
The only time I've ever seen signals that bad was like on the CB and stuff. Guys running high power, they're running their amplifiers in Class C and like exceeding 0 volts and bass. They say baselining real bad. Well, yeah, that happens then. But like Jesus, a single sideband signal on 20 meters is like rivaling some of the worst signals I've seen on CB.
Where is this guy located? Look his call out.
Oh, I did. I wonder if it's my QRZ history. I did. He was out of Texas. And for giggles, guys, I'm live streaming on YouTube. The most boring live stream video ever.
See this. Nice sock.
Do you like the sock? Oh, how'd you? Oh, because you know my channel name. Do you like the sock?
Yeah, thing's epic.
You have to wait until he adorns it.
Yeah, you definitely need to see what it looks like when my wife comes down for ladies' night. It looks a little different.
It's like blankets and it's dark and the candles are lit.
No, only the microphone is different.
That's awesome. The one night I'm not live streaming.
Mine's got to be. This has got to be the most boring live stream ever. I mean, I don't even. It's just me watching it. I was just curious to see. I don't think I've ever live streamed on YouTube. My son was like, "Dad, you can't do that. You got to get like OBS and do all these wedges and stuff." I don't even know what the hell he was talking about.
Widgets. No, you don't need to do all that stuff. I mean, you can do it like literally from your phone. Just set your phone up and press go live. A lot of guys do that, like on 11 meters. They'll set their phones up on, they'll do it on Facebook, and set it right in front of their S meter on their Cobra 29, and live stream that way. It's pretty cool, man. And a lot of guys will build like these interface cords to plug into their like some like with I guess with the iPhones and stuff you can plug them basically directly into the speaker jack of the radio, so the audio is pretty decent. It's not just like holding the microphone up to the speaker.
Yeah, I got you. I'll have to check it out. I must admit, though, it's a little bit more fun watching your all's live streams than it is having mine set up here.
Live streams are a lot of fun, but this one didn't get nice until recently. Like, my first streaming setup was my iPhone. And that was basically a joke. And then I had this crappy Mac Mini from 2006 that I was trying to stream on. And I got really fed up really quick. But now, I can actually do stuff.
I go through my spurts, man. I get, more motivated to do it some days and others. I don't know. I just don't like having the camera on me a lot of the times either. That gets annoying.
Yeah, I guess you better not forget that you're on the camera and do things that, well, I mean, they're not like hideous. Like pick your nose or something.
So I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, get one of the lights. Get used to it, man.
I start falling asleep,
When I first started streaming, yeah, it was hard because, like, I'd be picking my nose. I'd totally forget I was on camera. But after doing it for about a month, like, damn well you're on camera and you're just used to it, That's all. I just picked my nose on stream because you guys were talking about it. Everyone saw, and there, look up here again. Nice.
Well, somebody's listening to your live stream there, Billy.
Yeah, I got Dave just came in here, and my buddy Rich from the ham club down there that was right by my parents' house. So here's a puppet. There's a couple other homies in here. Andy's in here. He's a fellow metalhead. Got Bruce popped in. Got K4BBN in here. There's a few. I think. There's a few people in here.
I mean, this really does take amateur radio into a whole new dimension, doesn't it?
And Toby too. And yeah, dude, it's what's cool about this, man? There's been like a bunch of non-hams who've come in here and hung out for a while and been like, hey, like, how do I get licensed, and like talk about it. And at least two of them, actually I think three now, have gone out and got licensed and like came back and been like, yo, like I passed the test, I got my ticket, and it's amazing, It makes me so happy. But yeah, it's like it's totally attracting people to the hobby. But you can tell I'm a metalhead. And you're my phone going off. That's probably a junk call. Give me a sec. W2BTK.
Where's Clark when we need him for the prank phone call scam jam? So Brian, has business gotten a little crazy since the governor has kind of opened things up a little bit?
Business has been busy as hell in Pennsylvania.
Perry, do you do the same kind of work that that Brian does?
Yeah, I work on cars for a living. Yeah, I run a Meineke car care center here, about 3 blocks from my house.
Oh, damn, nice. So you can get up and walk to work.
Yeah, but I don't. I should, but man, it's not like I don't have the motivation to do it in the morning. It's not having the motivation to want to do it after working for 10 hours in 90-degree heat.
Yeah, I get it. Well, you can always bike to work. You could get yourself up, get yourself in good shape, and then come down and ride in the Berg, Stokesville, Virginia, with us. What'd you think of that video? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that was a pretty good video. And I almost bought one of those, that same model GoPro. Then I ended up buying a Nikon D3200 camera. Man. But I used to ride a bike a lot when I was younger. I did a lot of biking when I was in my teenage years. All throughout my childhood, all I did was ride my bike for miles and miles in my childhood, with friends, and rode my bike way further than my parents ever knew that I was riding my bike. So when my father moved to Jersey, I had my friends' houses were 5 or 6 miles away. So I'm riding my bike on a backcountry road and a BMX bike. Well, I went to high school in Woodstown, but I grew up in Elmer, Salem County.
I grew up in Old Bridge, down in Middlesex County.
Yeah, it's a little further north there. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit. I gotta make some dinner, man. I got home from work and I literally just sat down in the operating chair and got on here like an addict. So we're gonna go get a bite to eat. We'll be back in a bit. There's a whole tonnage of people in here. Dave, Billy, and Brian, and others. This is W3M Bar. We'll be back. Don't miss me.
Alright, just order a pizza like I did.
No, stop, man. You're a bad influence.
I got pizza, cheesy garlic bread, and garlic knots. And I didn't even eat the pizza. I just ate all the garlic bread and garlic knots.
I didn't hear that other station's off frequency a little bit, but I don't know. It came in weird on my end. I don't know, Billy. I guess maybe you guys picked them up. Billy, I'm gonna say I'm glad. So we got your audio, we got your video. I'm glad we don't get the opportunity to catch the breath coming off of you. Your microphone is probably hating you though. I think you said 6 things you just ate with garlic in it.
Live with what?
Hey. Whoa.
Yes, Tango.
And F you, maybe, I don't know. Whoever it was, I had that frequency knocked
Why
out.
do you want to stream
because
again?
Somebody was throwing carriers on it, like the whole time we were in QSL.
Can we get this all set up next
So
time?
when they finally
Your
queued up
train?
and said something, all I got was so no copy here.
Is that a little better?
Yes, that was better. It still started off like it did the first time, but then it came in perfectly clear.
Okay, I'm a little bit. What do you mean it started off poorly?
It started off garbly and then cleaned up, and then your second go around you were fine. Is that Ken?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you're fine now, Ken. Other than you might be 1K up.
Not we're supposed to have any alcohol beverages when you're streaming on YouTube.
I'm on 3872. What are you on?
I'm on 3872. My pan adapter shows your signal coming in a little high. I don't know, Billy. Do you see the same thing? Maybe it's just me.
I see you spot on, but I might be off a little. Yes, I am off a little. Hang on.
Woo! Woo!
There we go. That's probably a little better. My apologies.
And now you're sounding good, Ken. What was? Do you know what was going on for your first two transmissions? Fix that.
Okay, that was a good double.
It's Tango's idea.
And then double in.
Billy or now. I'm watching Billy on video to make sure he's not keying up. I was asking Ken, what did you figure out what was causing the issue with when it was coming in garbled?
A little bit of weird issue with my sequencer over here. So hopefully it sort of squared itself away by now. But I've just been trying various audio configurations to get it to go correctly and not have any issues. So I think I'm on to it. But yeah, you never know. Steady as we go, so to speak.
I brushed her today.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize that?
Yeah, copy that. It came back for the first two words you said on that last go around, but other than that, it's good. Although you do sound a little different than what I've heard you in the past.
I brushed her.
Yeah, I've taken some equipment out of line. I've been having issues with my equalizer, but I might just switch channels on it later. I actually need to disassemble. I'm going to be moving shortly, so little by little I'm taking bits and components out of line here
I set up your
and making
display
them,
on it
you know,
later when you're done.
transporting
It's
them
gonna take
down.
2 hours.
So hopefully things will
I
come
don't
back
even watch
to
it, so, except for Barry.
come back to okie dokie, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's about it.
Hey, who de-hellified a Ranger for you in 1985?
You see that?
I'd set this up on your stream next time.
What do you mean? Oh, set that so it shows up on my stream?
Yeah,
that was
face
Mr.
cam,
Calhoun.
Hmm.
Why
Okay.
ask?
Oh yeah, I downloaded like 3 different things. So
He's in my stream right now.
make sure
Ape
your
Man himself. And he
make
he
sure
told me
your
to ask you
PC is
that.
compatible though. It'll run pretty hard though with the software.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was the individual that actually not just got me interested, but
What?
Like-
mentored me into the hobby.
Side by side?
Well, hit the
Out
screen a
of
little
the
better.
world of 11
Hit these
meter
big
mayhem.
screens.
So yeah, that was a
And all I can
very,
see is, like, that
very
little
good,
part of
very
me.
interesting portion of my life.
First of all,
And,
X out of that.
Not just because of him,
The
because of a
download
number of reasons, but mainly in terms of this hobby.
That's why Twitch
he
is
was
better, but
the,
YouTube is better. But you're
The
not supposed to have
major
any
man,
alcohol.
the Elmer, if
beverages.
you
I'm
would.
not, they can't tell.
He who had leadeth me beyond
They
the
can hear
hills.
on there. So
Yeah.
Hey,
Debatable.
we have that in common. He did the same thing for me, and I'm running an 8-man special amplifier right now. Believe it or not.
Oh, that's pretty cool. When I knew him, he had just bought an old Johnson 500, and the thing was horribly beaten up. And he took the time to rebuild it and get it right and get it on the air. Wow. That was a long, long time ago, man. Wow. You talk about bringing up old memories of days gone by. That would be it.
He was on the air with that 500 last night.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
On a new final or something like that, though.
I just took a couple of things out of line here. And the other. And now that one in. Okay. I can
Mom's
see
calling
what's
you.
going on.
ask her if she wants.
I'm gonna leave the other two out and just leave this one.
Yeah.
in and see what happens. This is the opto compressor that I have now. I'm just messing around with the processor here.
I like those opto compressors, man. They're real quick. Like, real quick. I usually throw those on like snare drums and crap. They have real snappy transients and stuff. You know, it's what kind of processor is that you've got the option to switch like compressor types?
Well, the audio air chain on this side is an RE27 mic, and I have the center frequencies de-emphasized on the mic. And then I go into an ultra voice, basically a digital. And there I have the tube emulation turned on, so I have that engaged. And I don't have it turned up too terribly hot, but just a little bit. Then I go through an opto compressor. This is all within the 2496 piece of equipment, the Ultra Voice. And then that comes out and it goes into a breakaway broadcast processor. That is a fully digital broadcast processor for AM audio that's running on a standalone server here in the shack. And then that comes out through into an Intellics distribution amp. And that goes down into the dual feedback ladder of the transmitter. And the transmitter I'm using today is the Collins 20V2. It's a pair of 41000s modulating a pair of 41000s. Hopefully it's at least reasonably clear and good.
Ooh, you sound great. You're like out of the box, in the box, out of the box. That's nice. Breakaway. You must be paying for it because I don't hear any ads. But dude, I can tell that you hung around Dave because you're running a DA. He's big on those, man, and he got me into those.
Move
It's
the song.
all your grounds common. And,
Not only your phone
man,
to
you
turn
gotta
on
stick
Alexa
DA
thing.
there.
You just got to unplug the power cord to
I've
make it work.
got some of the rollers that were decommissioned from MDC. I've
Easy.
actually got 3 of them here,
Easy.
and
Easy.
oh man,
Easy.
good stuff.
Sit.
Excellent fine deuces. WPTK.
for communications trailers and generator on its side and provide additional communication support so that everybody can take their selfies of them at the race, post it on Facebook. And they went over, they sent a crew over to take it
You're
down,
saying it.
and the knuckleheads couldn't get it to, they got it to retract, but they couldn't get it to lay over. So they tied the boom truck to it and tried to pull it over, and they fixed it in the lower section. And US Tower won't send the parts, you can send
Nobody's
it out
in
to
your
them
chat.
to have it fixed.
How about your
Get in the truck and
medicine
it's just
container
all
back
that
in the
crap. It
truck?
just got too cost prohibitive, so next
How
time
about
to
your
scrap
medicine
it.
container back in?
Well, the tower
Thank
company
you.
wanted the trailer. And originally, I was going to do the tower and pull the lower section off of it and just use the 5 sections. But when I got to looking at it, I said, well, give me the lower frame for it too. So they cut the whole lower frame off the trailer, the tower section. So all I have is the jig that it sits in and the power section. I fixed the hydraulics in it. It was a stupid, it has a carriage switch. So when
It's
when
not
the
fully
cable is
assembled.
all the way down,
That's why he still
all the
has
way in the cable flat, it's guided. And the carriage comes all the way to one side, it closes a micro switch, and that micro switch allows the controls to bring the hydraulics over. Because obviously,
We're going
you
to a
don't
shop tomorrow.
trying to lay over a 107-foot
Deal?
bed.
Deal.
And that's all it was. The
I'm
stupid switch was out of position. So I straightened that out. I had to fix the motor because it had been sitting so long it just locked up. And they butchered the wiring when they took it apart. I need to get a seal for the crankcase. I need to get a belt for the motor and the carriage.
Oh, we're just
And somehow or other, I got to get 10,000 pounds of tower down here to the house and pour a slab for it. Although now I'm kind of leaning towards putting it back on a trailer so I can take it wherever the hell I want to take it. And I always figured that if I put it up, I'll just guy off the lower section real good. I might even be able to use the guys and some heat to pull it back straight. So I don't know, just haven't had time or thought to do anything with it. So it's sitting. Well, it's stored indoors up until maybe 2 years in September. It's been outside since. So I haven't looked at it since I moved it.
I know it was pretty cool when I saw it sitting in there. Brian, does yours? I don't remember. Does yours have the outriggers like that too, that come out on the sides to help support the antenna?
On this design, the outriggers were on the trailer, and they went with the trailer.
Yeah, okay. That's how I see it in the picture. They're on the trailer.
Yeah, what they did was they pulled it with one of their boom trucks, and they would stand it up, set the antenna array. And I have the frame for the antenna array
Camera's off.
on top of the tower. And then on the boom truck deck, they had these 4x4 cubes of concrete, big anchor pilot head, and they'd sit them around in 100-degree turns around the tower, and it's got the cable guide system that they use
Just give me
for
720 feet, just letting you know.
which anchored off one piece of it to the bottom, and then it looped through all the others and came back to a fixed point, and
I'm
it
live,
went
by
up,
the way,
it
too.
self-tensioned itself.
I am live. Rude people.
I have no idea. It was pretty cool though. If you look on my QRZ page, Dave, and scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll see a short video of the Collins 300G that I have.
Okay, yeah, I'll go check it out. Right after you ended your transmission, Brian, I saw a flat carrier with no signal, and then someone tuning up nearby.
Yeah, I see a big carrier with a bunch of hum on it, and I guess just, well, the receiver must be broken.
I messaged Clark, and I invited him to come down here, but he's ignoring me. I want him to come down and do some of those characters, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, he won't come down here to the Nerd Kids lunch table.
Yeah, he wants to reach the widest audience possible. He knows all the web SDRs are
You have to tell me about
preloaded onto 3885.
Can we pull it up here?
Well, you know, we're down here secretly talking about mascara.
I was not so secretly talking about French skirts. I told Clark I was wearing one, and I let him believe that. But then I stood up and showed the live
There's
stream
so many
that I had
tabs.
manly Carhartt work pants on.
Billy, see, from my perspective, it looked like a kilt.
I got black pants on today. I'm like 100% black, yo.
You're murdered out.
Murdered out, yep.
As Brian will attest to, I had a Ford F-350 dually diesel that had a pretty hideous Centurion paint package on it. So I got a couple of cans of Plasti Dip in flat black and murdered out the entire truck. Now, I don't know if you've seen a 1994 F-350 dually diesel. I mean, it is a 22 to 23 foot long truck with a full cab. It is a big truck. And when you murder out that thing, it is murdered out.
Yeah, that's
All you need is one of
that's like menacing coming down the road.
and a feather in it, and a pair of fuzzy dice, and some
Is it powering down?
rhino white boots. You would fit right perfectly in that truck.
The only thing I was missing, Brian, were the hot chili pepper Christmas lights to go around at the campsite.
And the air horns. Train horns.
And that were the little Budweiser cans.
Ryan reminded me, don't forget about the chrome air horns on the top of the cab.
That didn't work.
Do you have all those air horns, like the air compressor and like the whole, like the horn blaster setup? Those things are crazy.
Billy, this came from the factory that way. It was not like an air horn like the train air horn. I don't even know what that thing did. Some kind of Dixie sound. But it was like electronic. It wasn't as strong as like an air horn with a compressor.
Barely even worked.
Right.
It came with suspenders for the driver to put on.
Right? Dude, yeah, I mean, you get in that thing in the left lane on the highway and there's like a Prius going 50 and you get right up on the bumper. I'm pretty sure you can make somebody poop their pants.
I had an F-150 Custom. This is back when Ford, 1978, when they built trucks. The hood on this damn thing would make all the sheet metal for a Prius. It was a club cab, 8-foot bed. It was jacked up and running around on 33s with a 360 in it, 4-wheel drive, and it was, well, when it was built, it was fire engine red. Now it just kind of looked like pastel chalk, you know, like the chalk that
posted
kids
something
use on
in your
the sidewalk
chat.
red.
And it hasn't popped up
There was
yet.
so much rust in the bed that we had to keep a sheet of plywood in it to keep stuff from falling out through the bed. The bumper, somebody had taken 1/2-inch plate and welded a step that came off the back of the bumper down about 4 inches and then came out, and they put another hitch on that.
That went through.
My
the link.
brother, the first
Weird.
week we had this truck at the shop, ass
It's
ended a
extremely
Hyundai. And you remember the old style Ford grills? It punched. It looked like somebody took, if you were smiling and somebody punched you in the middle
That's
of
why
your
you just
smile, busted all the teeth out of this grill. So there's chunks of the verticals hanging at the top, and chunks of the verticals hanging, sticking from the bottom, and 3 or 4 of the horizontals on either side. It looked like a giant shark mouth, a great white open shark mouth. And we beat the snot out of this truck. And we used it for everything we had to do around the shop. Didn't give a damn about it because it was already beat up. It started, it ran like a race date. The exhaust on this thing fell off, and none of us felt like fixing it. So here is this basically open exhaust Ford 460, 4-wheel drive, sits 30 some inches up off the damn ground. And you took that thing around the Capitol Beltway, Interstate 995, 4 or 5 lanes, and the seas would part.
I sent it to you.
What year was that, Brian? What year truck did you say that was?
I sent it to you in your email.
It's
So
a
you can do it.
1978 Ford F-150 Custom Club
You
cab.
can go to your email and open the link I sent you.
What about what's on the link?
70s Ford.
What?
What's on the link?
My buddy's got one with like 46-inch tires on it. It looks like Bigfoot.
This damn thing, Billy, I was so brokenhearted, it got caught in the flood and drowned. So we ended up taking it and throwing it on a trailer and loading a whole bunch of scrap metal in it and trailered it up to the scrap. It was a big scrap processing yard. And they swung over the trailer and grabbed this thing with a magnet and picked it up. And somewhere I got a photo of it. This thing's hanging in the air. And the right front headlight, as they're swinging it through the air, popped out and was dangling by its wire. And in the background, this giant pile of scrap metal. It felt so bad for the damn truck.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Brian, I got another Suburban, man. You saw my black Suburban. I've got
Is
another
that for
one.
me?
Is this
a couple
live?
of years
Yeah.
newer. I think it's like a 90, and it's a GMC.
How do I
Sound.
get my
It's
picture in
not
there?
bad. It came with 5 lease 320s. It
I
was all
can't because I'm not on your
for,
computer.
you know,
Huh?
mine business stuff.
I'm not using your
Parked on the
camera.
roof. You know, the whole line. It just came
What are you
to my
using?
possession. I didn't pay a
OBS.
penny for it.
How's it
Granted,
picking up
there's
the
no
signal?
title for it, but I've got a title.
How's it
for
picking up? How's it getting this?
So
Let's
it
face it, there's a
records
big
my
number on the
screen.
dashboard, and if you take the dashboard out and put it in the other one,
Then that goes to the software.
and
and
if you take the
YouTube.
dashboard out and put it in the other one, the hell is the difference? But I don't drive it. It's here though. It's really just a parts truck. Because the black truck kind of had a little bit of cancer going on. It's starting to rust. But yeah, badass parts truck, man, sitting in the driveway. So now I got 2 Suburbans, a Mustang, a Crown Vic, and a little Subaru.
The cop car comment?
Little Subaru. It's like the Titanic having a dinghy tagging along behind it.
That is so true. That is good, Brian. I was gonna say gangster cars, and then he throws out the Subaru.
Dude, that Subaru is the most gangster one I have when there's snow on the ground. I swear to God, that thing, it amazes me every time I drive it when the conditions are crap. You know, none of my other cars can do what that Subaru can do in the snow.
Good point.
But and it doesn't get in 40 miles a gallon. That car rules. But yeah, I've got the 5.0 93 GT Fox Body Mustang, the 07 murdered out Crown Vic, the blackest tints you've ever seen, black car, black everything.
That's no delay.
And then the 2
Your
Suburbans,
streams,
man. It's badass. And my
Yeah, you're
Subaru is
right.
white, right? It looks like, it's not a girly white, but it's like, it's handsome.
That's
Oh,
on
you
the
do it
side.
the smart way, and that's the car you don't mess with. That's the bread and butter car. The rest of them you play with.
So he's doing a little testing on 3865.
I see that. Just a straight up carrier. Or is he talking?
He said, "Yay, yay." No, I don't know. Who that? Come up, join the QSO.
My Suburban's getting rot in it too there, Billy. Along the lower rockers there,
Yeah, there's a delay.
trans got a shutter in it. I got another trans for it, but I can't get in the shop with it to get it fixed.
There's your hand.
One of the fuel line returns rotted out. The exhaust needs to be replaced,
Okay.
but nobody's making parts for it anymore. So I'm considering just junking the damn thing and
You're
getting
going
out
up
of it.
soon.
Tired of paying insurance on it anyways.
Mm-mm.
You can't get that from LMC?
I haven't found it. I don't know what the hell was going on with it. I guess because that was
Nice
they
shape.
built all those
I know, I
trucks
saw
from
that.
2000 and up with stainless steel
I had
exhaust.
2 people watching a second ago.
So for some reason they're not. I haven't found a listing for it yet. I haven't really looked all that hard neither. We don't use it anymore, Billy. It's been sitting since shit. I don't know, February.
Open headers, man. Screw it.
I really liked that truck, and I kept it stocked for a really long time, and then got into doing all that radio crap with it. So the maddening thing about the lower quarters on it is that I paid a bunch of money to have that all done, and the company that I chose with was top notch in the area, and a lifetime guarantee on their work. The bastard sold the week the truck was in the shop.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up with all these carriers?
Who knows? Dave, did you see that transmitter?
Oh, I knew I was supposed to be doing something. You know, Brian, I got stuck. I went over to QRZ to look you up, and then I forgot I was going to look at my history for that guy in Texas that was like 20 Ks wide on upper sideband. There you are. Okay. I don't know. I got one guy in here from Texas that I refused to call out to him because he was just blasting all over everybody. But I know I looked him up. They got a call sign here that's from Texas, but I don't think it was that guy. But let me go down here. Why is it down in your basement? What's just something to do later when you're bored?
Because she's 1,500 pounds and I'm afraid she'll fall through the flamed floor.
Oh, I thought the same thing, Brian, but I installed a house jack underneath my transmitter.
Yeah, one of the Molly columns.
Yep, that's all.
Yeah, I thought about that. And I told her and everything was good until I told her I was putting in a stripper pole.
Brian, come on, man.
Come on, it's dual purpose, Billy. I mean, it works. It supports the Collins, and it provides exercise and fitness opportunities.
You know what? I'm proud of Lisa. I'm proud of her.
She puts up with a lot of crap, doesn't she?
Yeah, but she didn't put up with that. Oh, yeah. No, you got yourself a good one, Brian.
She is. I'm really lucky. And it's that room that it's in, Dave, when you see it, it's a finished off room. It's a living room. There's a sectional sofa and big screen TV, and it's a finished off room. So it's there for all to see.
And that's what you're using on when you get on 160?
I was until the crystals blew out in it.
Ah, copy that. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't. That's a lower level. I don't think we went down there when I was over there.
Yeah, the way the addition's built, you come down the driveway, you don't see it. You might see it if you come towards the house from the south, but even then you don't get an idea of how big it is. And it was done when you were here, so just never wandered off that way or wandered behind the house. And even if you go down the driveway side of the house, it doesn't look as big. It's not over until you're over on the yard side of the house that you say, holy crap, or start walking through the house. The house is much bigger than what it looks like from the street, which is the way I like it.
Yeah, I got a neighbor up the street. His house, from the front, you would think it might be one of the smaller houses in the neighborhood. In actuality, it's probably the second, if not the largest house in the neighborhood. It's pretty cool the way it's designed, and it's actually like a one story. I mean, not one story. It's master bedroom on the first floor type of setup. The entire attic is finished off into. It's not an attic. It's like an upper level. I don't know how you call it an attic. And then the lower level of the basement is it's massive. It's I think the house is it's probably like 5,300 square foot.
When we moved in, it's 40 by 24.
Give me some.
Whatever that works
Come on,
out to
dude.
be, I guess just about 1,000 square feet of living space. And when I got done with the addition and excavating the crawl space, it's 2,500 square feet of living space and 4 bedrooms. So it started out as a 3-bedroom single bath. It's 4 bedroom, 2 full baths with a walkout basement, a walkout living room. I call it living room. Downstairs, living room, whatever, because it's all finished. Drywall, ceilings, carpet. It's a nice space. I like it, especially in the wintertime with the pellet stove. But that's where the columns is at. And I had a couple of crystals in there, which turned out to be kind of piss weak for the job. And in trying to get the drive level up to where it should be, the modifications were made to the oscillators and
Some
everything,
JA?
the crystals and cracked them. So I'm backing up here. I'm going to probably pick up. I'm probably going to drive it with the Pro 3 here at the VFO. If I ever get off my lazy butt and run the cable, and I should get Billy to come down and do it for me, because I don't know if we'll physically be able to do it. I'm going to put an attenuator in and drive it in one of the stages that way. And then I don't have to worry about the damn crystals anymore.
A lot of stupidity going on adjacent.
I don't pay it no mind.
Yeah, I guess it's so easy with a pan adapter to pick a spot and mess around. I guess, I'm trying to think back when I would try and find a free and clear area. You had to kind of roll up and roll down and make sure you were good. I guess maybe guys are too lazy to do that. I was just joking. I sent Billy a message saying, man, I'm running like 3 notch filters right now.
Yeah, I am too. I keep having to move them around because there's just strong carriers popping up all over the place. There's a guy testing on 3876 for a little while. There's the one guy who keeps chucking carriers, and he just has a trashy ass signal. Like, you can see harmonic spurs, and you can hear them. I don't know. Whatever. That's how these people do the hobby. And it's different from how we do the hobby, and who are we to judge them? The W2BTK,
83WFV. Have you ever really watched a cow? I'm serious now. You're out traveling the interstate, you're on your way to the beach, the mountains, wherever. You stop someplace at a gas station, usually somewhere really, really rural, right off the interstate. And you're pumping gas, and you look out across the field there, and as far as you can see, it's fields, maybe a couple of buildings, and usually there's a cow. And the cow's standing there in the middle of this field.
What's he doing over there?
And every now and then he sticks his head in the grass and
Yeah,
pulls
zip
up a
laptop.
mouthful, looks back up, looks around. In the background behind him is tractor trailers whizzing by at 70 and 80 miles an hour. And in the sunlight, you can see all the flies and the dragonflies and the mosquitoes and the bugs zipping in and around him, up and around him, through him in his nose. He twitches an ear, sticks his head back down on the ground, pulls up another clump of grass.
And that's where the camera wire.
In his cut, looking around, while the rest of the world is frantically flying by. So when it comes to all this garbage around us, I just try to be the cow.
Brian, I can see you being in the grade school telling kids stories. Very, you drew us all in on the story. Very, very well done.
He's got away with words.
He's a mechanic. I swear mechanics and firemen are where all jokes and fun little sayings like my buddy's a master mechanic up the street, like Brian, and we're standing outside as hot as can be. All I've got is, man, it's hot out here. And he goes, yeah, it's hotter than two mice having the word he didn't use relations, but having relations in a wool sock. And I'm just like, who comes up with that stuff?
I like that one.
Right. I mean, think about it. I mean, two mice having relations in a wool sock. It's that hot. And that's hot.
I don't know. I think some electricians are pretty good at coming up with things.
No way. Nowhere near as good as firemen and mechanics. No way. I did the electrical thing. My father was an electrician. I've got 9 uncles that were electricians, and they don't have stuff like that.
They weren't very well
Hey
experienced.
man, electricians are like the king of the job site. Oh, crap, I've got interfering audio. Electricians are the king of the job site, man, because you just don't mess with them. Everybody, they like to try, and it's like, oh, like, you can't run that wire through here. We're doing so-and-so. We're putting up drywall and this and that. And then, like, oh, I don't know, a couple hours later, like, hell, where do we plug in this chop saw? Like, we got to run this chop saw. We're losing money. Find an electrician. And then, yeah, we're pretty scarce. Or, you get the guy who wants to blast rap music out of his radio. And look, I got no problem with rap music, but a lot of people do. They don't want to hear that crap on the job site. So they say, F you, I'm going to play this stuff no matter what. Okay, all right. He's plugged into temp power, so you trace the circuit out that he's on, a 115-volt circuit, and you pop that neutral off with a neutral bus, and his radio dies, and then real quick, whoop, you just land it on the other phase for about 3 seconds, and now there's 208 volts going to that thing, and it starts smoking, and they don't run towards you. Oh my God, what the hell's happening? And by the time they, are like, what the hell? You've already landed the wire back on the neutral bar and walked away. And now his radio's dead. So you just don't mess with electric. Everybody needs an electrician at some point. The electricians don't go running looking for like the painters and this and that and the other thing, but they all, you don't want to lose your neutral either, because that's scary. You'll be sitting pretty with no load and metering that thing 120 volts, and then all of a sudden someone fires up a drill on one phase, and there's nothing going on in the other, and oh wow, there's 160 volts on this receptacle over here, and there's 70 volts on that one. What the hell's going on? You just don't mess with them.
What? Oh, go check
I
Tango.
always figured it was never a good idea to mess with them because they can always remove your shorts.
That too.
So Billy, now we know. Now I know what you do for a living. You're IBEW, spoken like a true union guy. Okay. Hey, look, man, I did electrical work in between my summer and winter breaks. I worked for Dynalectric and well, yeah, Dynalectric. That was probably a while ago, but if you've been around, I'm sure you've heard of the company. That was good times there. Oh yeah, I look. Electricians are good guys, man. I'm there with you. I just don't think they can tell the jokes or come up with the jokes like the mechanics and the firemen do.
They don't have to be able to tell jokes. But yeah, IBW local number 102, baby.
Okay, up here it's I was local 26. My dad was local 26, and like I said, I wasn't joking. I got plenty of uncles that are electricians.
That's great carrier. That thing needs some audio, man.
It's a hell of a carrier.
Yeah. Put some audio on that thing.
Chicken.
Hey, Bob, what's up, man? We're trying to guess who the mystery carrier was. They had a good signal. Yeah, your signal's fine, Bob. I mean, check out my live feed.
Did she bleed back out there? Did she?
You've got Brian, WFV, and you've got Dave.
All up and down her leg.
Hmm. Damn, I didn't get on the carpet out there.
I know, she was laying over here for a while.
Yeah, where is she?
Somewhere outside.
No, outside.
No, oh no, there's a lot more up and down her leg.
Yeah, we're 3872 or
paper,
thereabouts, but
Yeah,
you
it's
were
on the
better
paper.
over there because I had that carrier notched
You need to
out.
get
But
need
now
to
you're
get her
top
on
of it.
a. Yeah, if you can bring me the diaper, I'll put it on her.
She's outside. I'll play with her outside so I can run through. Stain that carpet.
3871, 3871 and a half, whatever. Yeah, I'm running a 122 VFO, but the way that I have everything set up now, it's not that convenient. Because my pan adapter's in this room and the VFO's in the room behind me. So like I kind of got to guess, or like I'll turn the VFO a little and stick my head out the door and look at the pan adapter and see where my little carrier is, then go back in and turn it a little more. So all I got to do is set up a monitor in that other room, and then I'll be able to VFO to my heart's content. OH said he was having a little bit of problem hearing you, Bob.
Man, when I look at the live feed, I see a fireplace behind you. So all I can think of is you just need a fire in there now, and you're on the air. So what's a real gentleman on?
Yeah, I gotta clean the hell out of this chimney before I let any fires in there, you know, because I want to keep the fire where it's supposed to be. I haven't actually built a fire in this fireplace yet. When it's winter time, I mean, just because I feel like all it would do really is pull all the air that's in the house out and send it up that chimney, and then I would have to reheat the
Most
air.
windows
And
and upstairs a little bit more, so she's
I mean,
gonna
yeah,
get
it's
steam
nice
cleaner
aesthetics, but as far as heating my house,
carpet
it's a
steam cleaner.
detriment.
For where? We're not-
Upstairs.
all the way upstairs?
Yeah, on the steps and all that.
Do you mind?
That's what I was thinking.
Or do you
man.
want to talk? Why don't you talk? I'll go get it if you talk. Come on.
I did this for you.
I know. You could have got this. Can you just go get this?
Lord.
Huh?
What I could do, Bob, is I could fake it with video. You know, I'd get some fireplace, it's a digital fireplace, and then overlay it onto the fireplace so it looks cool.
You can even get a gas-fired insert.
It was the one for the morning.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even. You tingle, baby. It's okay, girly girl. You're just bleeding. Hold on. You just get a little girly thing going on. Come here.
Don't talk about it on the camera.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of weird. Sound like a little girl talking on the camera.
Not too tight.
Is it on the camera?
I actually do have a green screen. I haven't been using it though.
It's a little tight.
I kind of like the aesthetics of my background. I don't know, it's nice, but yeah, I could do fun stuff with that green screen. That's for sure. I've got it. I just have to implement it one day when I'm bored.
I just did that for a virtual happy hour. I was on a little while ago. Did a green screen. That was kind of cool. And Billy, remember we were talking about the live stream, right? I forgot the camera was on, and so I have an 8-month-old German Shepherd. It's a female, and she's in heat right now. So I just had to put a diaper on her, and I did it on live camera.
You probably gained viewers.
Yeah, I went from 0 to 1.
I used to have a dedicated kitty cam, but I haven't been doing that for a while. Where is Kitty? There she is.
All right, Whiskey 3 Oscar Hotel. I gotta go run upstairs real quick and get another, just a refill.
That's the kitty play area. I've got it up on the screen now. She's got all her toys out. She pulled all that crap out today.
She looks a little pissed that you disturbed her.
Oh no, she loves me.
All right, Whiskey 3 Oscar Hotel. I'll be right back.
Oh, Billy, I just got off the FCC website. I removed my wife's hand. Hers is expired. Let's do it again.
Oh snap. Sorry, I was distracted by Kitty. I heard you say that something about the FCC website. I didn't turn up the volume much when I walked away.
Sorry. I didn't realize you stepped away from the radio. I stepped away to grab a sip. Oh. No, I plugged in my wife's hand was due expired in July. So I was just on the FCC website taking care of that renewal.
Oh, nice. Is your wife? What class is your wife?
Technician license. Well, what, 10 years ago now. Yeah, she just into it, and she's not. She has a license mostly communicating. She's not just a ham radio in the same form that I did. So, like, she might use, like, have a base radio here. We might use it on something like that, or, portable radios if we're up at camp. Go outside, I go with my daughter, or walk in the woods, we use portable radios. She's not built too many Yankees or anything like that.
That seems to be the norm. Like, people get a tech license and just have it for like 10 years and kind of pedal around on 2 meters. That's what I did, man. I was licensed for 10 years before I got up and got my general, and I just basically wasn't doing any ham radio. Like, I had no interest in 2-meter repeaters or any of that crap. I was just like, yeah, okay, I got my tech, like, cool. And I just stayed on CB until I got really tired of it, and my thirst for knowledge and skill improvement became a thing. And then I got licensed as a general, and I haven't looked back. But there's not a whole lot of stuff. Hey, we've got a subscriber on YouTube. Oh, that's Giant. Cool, man. Thanks for the subscription on YouTube. But yeah, the 2-meter repeaters, crap like that, it's not that much fun for me. I just don't do it. This is where it's at. But if you get her to upgrade, that'd be a feat.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she mostly got it, I don't know, like a backup source of communication. I used to be on the road a lot, my old job, and we and I used it more frequently because I was traveling a lot. It was more convenient on the phone to be able to pick up the microphone. We were just using like simplex. There's a local repeater out here where I live. And, but now I work for HL. And we have it. She knows how to use it. But, this time they were talking about, they were talking about opening up. I know safety protection in school, but they were talking about opening up the privileges. Text they want to come up here. And, I mean, secretly, I say secretly, in my mind, I was thinking, man, that'd be great. Because she knows how to use this radio. I mean, she may not know how to, like, work on it, but she knows how to put it properly. I was thinking, man, that'd be great. Because, like, I hope we can, we see the airports, high fidelity, communication circuit through here and here. But anyway, but either way, he still wants the light. So, I mean, obviously, I removed it. But, we do come off around. They come in. But, yeah, she mostly did it for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, and you could get her on ladies' night too. That'd work. Yeah, if she got licensed, well, I mean, dude, yeah, she could get on with your call sign. It don't matter.
Well, it's funny that night that they were doing that. I had it on. She probably knows 80% of what goes on up here. We're in the shack. I'm in another room in the living room. She hears everything, all the antics that go on. She's pretty good idea what's going on. And she even knows some of the names, even though she doesn't talk to anybody. But she heard that and she was like, what's that? I told her, oh, you got a gun. And she was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you really could, and you have your license. So you have to technically use my car. But, yeah. She's like, oh, maybe next time.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like you got to be interested in it, or else you're never going to stick around. But who knows, you know? Maybe she'll wake up one day and be like, "Hey, I feel like building a transmitter."
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But I don't know. I got plenty of parts to do it, that's for sure. Wouldn't have to go and get any parts. I got all the parts. Anyways, so how's it going being back to work doing? I mean, you're keeping all the cobwebs off your store. I mean, what's going on here? What's the working for?
That's all right. I'm not working this week, but yeah, it was all right. I mean, it took a second for me to get back in the swing of things. I mean, dude, I sat on my butt for almost 6 months. Um, but yeah, this week is slow, so I'm at home. But in the next week or two, we got a big job starting, man. It'll probably go for about a year, lots of overtime. You know, basically like how I was running around at the end of last year. You know, I was pretty scarce, working 6 or 7 days a week, 10-hour days, and God, the money's really good, but it's like that's your life. That's it. That's what you do. You come home and you make sure you eat something and get to bed early so that you can sustain those hours for like a long period of time, and everything kind of goes out the window. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's nice. The whole unemployment thing right now, that extra $600 a week, sometimes I make more money sitting at home. But the thing about that is that I'm not paying into my benefits. I'll lose my medical. I'm not doing any of that crap. So like I need to work, and it's already like almost June, so I better work steady the rest of the year.
Yeah. Well, I'm worried. You know, like, you just got a salary on that. There's like, he does a lot of like big industrial stuff, like bridges and stuff, and like, he's not doing residential. Really big construction job. So, him and I have been friends probably since we were 20. Well, he's been not much in it. He's maybe like 2 years from this. But he started working for this place like right out of school. He's now, I guess it's called like a superintendent. It's a big place here. And he's got like crew with him. And, it's probably similar to you. It seems like he has a lot of stress, a lot of deadlines, long hours. And, when you do these guys, you're pretty good with his money. He's young, and he saves a lot. You hear a lot of things, probably a lot of guys that are his age work really hard. And he's almost 18, almost 40. He's got his health all paid off. He was telling me that he's burnt out. He's burnt out. He's doing similar big stuff, like he's got a project like here. Long hours, and he's got his butt, weeks or months. His next job is like balls to the wall. And he's like, I'm burnt out. And he was telling me that he's thinking about getting done in a couple of years, working for this company, and maybe just doing like, residential work. Smaller jobs, maybe working for himself. I don't know what, working for somebody, but getting onto like those big projects, something where, consistent hours. But he's kind of socked away his money, his savings, and everything, that's smart with it. So he's kind of in a position, I don't think he can retire early, but he's in a position at a fairly young age to kind of say, I'm done with this, I still need to work, but I don't need to work on the
No, man, I totally get that, and that's how it is. Like you sit around for a while, and it's usually when the weather sucks, and then the weather gets nice, and you just work your butt off until the weather gets crappy again. But that's a lot of guys do that. Union guys who I work with, they'll just get tired of it. They'll get their license if they don't already have it, and they'll just start doing like residential non-union. And they shelve their book, like they keep paying their dues, but they don't work out of the hall. They just go work in people's houses, and they do fine. But for me, like electrical work is cool, but I hate residential work, man. It is just a pit. It's the worst. I like being on the big jobs, man, the big industrial jobs, giant buildings, warehouses, substations, stuff like that. Um, Union jobs, it's just a whole different world, and I prefer it. It's just, it's so much better for me. So that's what I do.
Oh yeah, that's just kind of shared. I have a friend that he does similar type of work. Kind of a little bit older. Yeah, I do kind of what's big for him is staying with him. He's one of the lot out of him. So I'll tell you one thing, Billy. I've gotten some good shit out of them projects. And they do a project, and you probably know what I'm talking about. They basically have to do like temporary electrical for the shop charge. They gotta put up all the stuff. They file a stuff for the job. And a lot of it is coming out. And one time I was putting a generator in, I don't even know like all this wire stuff is called. It's probably last. But he's like, oh man, you can still do this stuff. You come down the house one day, and you just film with this wire on it. It's like this like stranded, like, I don't know what is it, welding? I don't know. The multi-conductor to go from the 240 plug on the generator. It's big heavy duty thing about strand. And he's seen the thing, his house, he showed me how to do everything. And my dad was like, holy crap, you know how much money all that stuff was you just gave you? And he's like, yeah, we're just throwing it out at work because it's temporary electrical. There's nothing wrong with it, but we want a new job. And we thought, I think the cancer is the same thing. He had all this, I don't know if this is big like aluminum steel and the guy from all these is probably different. It's a big ass aluminum wire that like, I guess you use the seeds and stuff that I needed for my camp. Put that on and off my camp and hooking up panels, wire, and this is big piles of money. And he's like, man, you can call me here if you need anything because this stuff is all just cost on the project. My time rate turned out pretty good. It's like, there's a project like about power lines. I don't know really how much you know about like ice fishing and stuff, but I'm a big ice fisher. And there's this thing called a jet sled. It's a big giant plastic box, and you can either throw your crop in it, or they come with a toolbar, and you hook up your cylinder when you start your grilling it on the trap. You can pop around here. Well, what the problem was, you walk through jet sled because they were out there in the winter. And they had to drag this stuff down in the floor. And then done, they threw them all out. They called it up and he was like, "See, it's called jet sled." Jet sled? We're throwing these things out. I'm like, hell yeah, I want a jet sled. It's nothing fancy. It is just a plastic sled, but it's great. Oh, hell yeah, Bob. I lived that life. It's, that aluminum SCR cable, yeah, we temp everything out with those. Like you said, the trailers, this and that, most of the building before we have permanent power. Any extra material or anything that's on the job, towards the end of the job, they throw it in a dumpster, and I'll tell you why. Because the rate that we make, right, they don't want us handling stuff more than once or twice. If I pick up a box of, conduit fittings and move it over there, and now the job's ending, we got to clear that room out, and we move it over here,
and we're storing it. And now, okay, let's not waste all this stuff. So you guys go over there and move all that stuff. We'll put it in the trailer, and then we'll pay a guy to bring it to the shop. By then, you know, you've spent so much money to move that crap around. It is way, way cheaper to have one guy, one time, just take it out to a dumpster, you know, and then nobody's moving it anymore. You're not wasting manpower. And that's why they do it. And Jesus, man, at the end of the jobs, I go to that dumpster, anything I need, boxes, conduit fittings, wire nuts, wire, everything, man. It's all in there. And if you want to pull it out and put it in your car, just do it on your own time. And they don't give a crap. They've got big pieces of building steel, you know, like all kinds of things where if you were to buy it, you'd be sad, you know, but it's free. It's lucky that you know an electrician like that. But dude, yeah, that's how it is. W2 BETK.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told me. But I couldn't wrap my head around it. My dad, you know, his dad, he was so much you know, he used to come over and be like, holy crap, you know, you know, he would rattle off crazy. Yeah, when I was like, my wife and he, you know, and I know people like, I'm like, hey, come over and look at it. Like, I did all the work myself. I